Charlie Sheen, Denise Richards, and their daughter joining OnlyFans.
Their daughter Sammy is 18 years old, and yesterday she decided to reveal her new explicit OnlyFans page.
As a normal, well-adjusted, 18-year-old in America would want to do.
Yeah, so she posted on Instagram and Twitter about it with this picture of her wearing a lot of makeup. It's rather jarring. She was like wearing this bikini, and then the caption said like, click the link in my bio if you want to see more, wink emoji or whatever. So Charlie Sheen does not approve.
If Charlie Sheen doesn't approve, it must be bad.
Right.
But he's not doing anything to stop it, and he's actually blaming his ex-wife, Denise Richards, for allowing this to happen under her roof. So, I don't know what to think about this other than that they're using the situation to point blame at each other. Basically, he said that he doesn't condone it, but since he's unable to prevent it, he urged her to keep it classy, creative, and not sacrifice her integrity.
Classy OnlyFans.
Well, if you're going to show your private parts, it's best you use. Hey, I actually made this argument when Britney Spears kept posting all her weird nudes. I'm like, at least get a better camera and lighting if you're going to do that.
Have some dignity.
But if you're 18, maybe just don't post the nudes.
It's too young.
Yeah, and then her mother commented on the Instagram post in support of her, saying,
"Oh, come on,
Sammy,
man.
I will always support you and always have your back. I
guess
love you."
in public, like.
What does that mean? Like, if you
Toxic femininity.
actually support your child, then that means you stop them when they're doing something self-destructive.
Yeah. Yep.
It doesn't mean just blindly celebrating everything they do.
Yep.
She also
Apparently it
said
does.
she's 18 years old. She told Page 6 she's 18 years old.
She can do what she wants.
She can do what she wants, basically. All I can do as a parent is guide her and trust her judgment. She makes her own choices.
Maybe she guided her. She's like, I'm going to make the paywall $14.99. She's like, no, honey, make it $19.99.
You're worth
$20. You are worth
Dude,
exactly $20.
Go to a Hispanic parent when you're 18 and tell them, I'm 18. You can't tell me what to do. You shall be introduced to the concept of a chancleta. Right in your posterior or your face, depending on the discretion.
It's not good.
So is this just a breakdown in our social fabric?
I mean, yeah.
Well, yes.
What a leading question, Brett. He also, they both have this excuse that because she's 18, it's like thrown to the wind. She can do whatever she wants. I can't pass judgment on what she does. But like, that's just a cop-out for the fact that you're neglectful, and she's clearly doing something to cry for help. Some act of rebellion, like it's a story as old as time, an act of rebellion that is actually like hoping someone will care, and no one cares, and then her parents are just using this as an opportunity to blame each other. He said that she's living with her mother and it didn't occur under his roof, therefore it's not his concern.
I mean,
and also last year she posted a TikTok claiming that while she was living with her mother, she was in an abusive household, and then she claimed that she moved out, had a quote spiritual awakening, and dropped out of high school. Has not gone back to school.
Dude.
And
Poor thing.
her current living situation is not confirmed either way, but Page 6 had some unverified source that she moved back in with her mother within the last month. So now Charlie Sheen has the excuse that he doesn't know what's going on with her because
call
she's
her,
living with
dude.
mom.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that you can just absolve yourself of all responsibility because your child turned 18 like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
I thought van life was bad.
She turned 18
too
in
much.
March.
Yeah.
Van life.
Yeah, I thought that was like the whole like that generation's escapism. That sounds wholesome as hell.
My favorite were the videos where it's like what van life's really like, and it's just miserable for so many of them.
It is.
'Cause it's so hard to actually keep up and maintain.
This story is so bad that Charlie Sheen is actually the good guy because her mom doesn't seem to care at all.
Is he really?
I don't think either of them
is.
care.
And he's right. His ex-wife is correct in that she's technically an adult, that she can do this if she wants to. He's making it clear that he doesn't like it. He doesn't approve it. He's telling her that she wants to maintain her dignity, but at the same time, it may be a custody thing that he's not able to like go and intervene. And besides, how do you
she's
intervene?
18, so technically neither of them have custody over her.
He said keep it classy.
Yeah.
Like he's just deluding himself and coping. That she's going down this path.
At least he's speaking out. You know, it's not very
not
much,
really.
But
It's just he couldn't. His condemnation of this is like
very
so.
tepid.
It's so 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He doesn't want to commit either way to approving or disapproving, and now he's just coping by saying that it's possible to sell content, quote unquote content of yourself in that light
way.
in a classy way. That's not possible.
Correct,
I mean, what do you do when you're a father and like they're asking you a statement?
It's not like
about
he was ever a good role model.
Yeah,
I'm
sure
always
he knows
surprised
that,
when these
yeah.
celebrities give like exclusive statements to these publications, because
Why
if
do
it
they
were
do
me,
that?
I would never.
for real.
No, yeah.
But they want attention so bad. I guess they
It's a
fall
way
for
of
it.
life, Mary.
I don't
Yikes,
know.
Cringe.
It's just really disheartening to see
That makes
this,
me sad.
because she clearly comes from fame and privilege and doesn't need to. It's not like she's in a situation where she feels like financially desperate and is doing something she wouldn't otherwise do to survive. She's
That was
literally
my-
just doing this
For
for
attention.
attention.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And
it's
it
a cry
shows
for
that
help.
she's actually like poor in a different way. Like no one like gives her any love
And attention
or
from like the
attention
worst
for-
people in the galaxy as well. Like,
right,
Yeah.
right. Like she turned 18 in March,
Right.
and she's already
June.
doing
She's already
this.
going for it.
dude who was subscribed to an OnlyFans.
So this strikes me as a classic case of fathers failing to fulfill a primary need in their kids' lives. I will be fully forthright with you guys and say that I was never ever tempted to do any of this. In fact, when Tim and I were first friends, I complained about this because these girls would make so much money, and I weighed, like $150, and I was like, man, I could do it if I wanted to. I would make so much. I wouldn't have to work 3 jobs and go to school at the same time, but I freaking won't. I will not do it because I had a strong father figure. Never at any point in my life did I feel like this was the path to go down, because I had my dad. My dad had my back. My dad trained me to see guys as being mostly positive with weaknesses, and it was very powerful. And I think I feel like girls today are falling apart in a large. Well, boys are too, but the lack of fathers is just a huge part of this problem. And I think Charlie is probably really regretful that he did so poorly by his daughter.
I don't even know if he is.
I hope he
like
is. I'm trying
his
to think he is.
reputation. People were saying that because his reputation is that he has engaged in so much debauchery with women that he really has no respect for them. And so how do you go from that to like being able, like how do you negotiate your past behavior towards women with the fact that your daughter is now a grown adult woman?
I would think he has to be regretful.
I mean, hopefully with the fact that I was a laughing stock for like 3 years straight
Everyone hated
about
me.
how much of a degenerate I am.
Yeah.
Like he could go that route. I don't know.
That'd be one way to go.
He was kind of Amber Heard before Amber Heard was Amber Heard.
What?
It's kind of cringe.
What does that even mean?
He was an internet punchline based on his own comments.
Don't be
let
Charlie
alone,
Sheen.
Everyone's posting her quotes now, and back then it was stuff about him and winning. Also, they have both played 2 of the most unrealistic characters in human history. She played the most unrealistic nuclear physicist in human history.
That's right.
By that I mean Denise Richards as Dr. Christmas Thomas Jones in The World Is Not Enough. There has never been a less nuclear physicist-looking person than Denise Richards. And Charlie Sheen played... and there's a great joke at the end when James Bond is having sex with her, and he says, I thought Christmas only came once a year.
Okay, moving on.
And Charlie Sheen played Rick the Wild Thing Vaughn in Major League 2, where you find out that somehow horn-rimmed glasses can make you throw a fastball faster.
Oh, interesting.
Which also not really all that
Good
possible.
to know.
So that is my having no kids, being not a father.
But you don't need to, that's the thing. You don't need to have kids to know, to see this. This is a clear example of child neglect.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, page 6 calls this picture that she posted sultry. I would call it very sad. She looks very sad.
Her face is disturbing,
horribly sad.
She
feel
doesn't
bad
look.
for her.
There's nothing. Thank you.
Woo, thank you.
She looks upset,
blank stare,
blank and
very sad.
She, maybe almost muted in tone, she's on something.
I hope
she looks like a
definitely.
girl whose parents allowed her to make an OnlyFans at 18.
Her mom, definitely.
Poor girl.
Both of them.
Girl.
Both of them.
Yeah. Do you want to go with that super chat?
Sure. 1,000-foot deep end said, does Charlie actually care, or is he in reality apathetic and has only taken the stance opposite his ex simply to spite her?
Maybe. That could be
That's what I'm leaning towards.
That seems more on par with like I said, if your relationship with your father, like you said, is your first great introduction as a girl to your ability to interact with the opposite sex, or your ability to understand self-worth.
He's not role model.
He's not exactly. He wasn't exactly someone that would give her a shining example of how to value oneself or value the opposite sex.
It makes perfect sense that this is how she's responding based on how her dad was.
We were also talking about celebrity parents yesterday in the context of celebrity surrogacy.
Yep.
And the trend that we're seeing is just that children for them are accessories or props for
Angelina Jolie, dude.
Dude, yes, we're Angelina Jolie, but Emily Ratajkowski. Have you ever seen her hold her son?
Yes.
Oh,
that
like a bag.
is so
I want someone to take that child from her. She holds it like a puppy or a bag, literally like an accessory. It's horrifying.
So odd.
I'm gonna find it.
She was
really
so
bad.
disturbed
How do you
that
spell
he was
her
a
name?
boy.
I never know how to.
AJ
Take it away, Mary.
Emily Rockenbach.
KOWSKI.
Just type the first few letters and it'll pull it up.
I was not close. That's all right.
We tried.
It's Emily, and then just
I
type
put
rats.
Ratajkowski.
Just slap the keyboard.
The keyword.
What's her?
It's RATAJKO.
She named her kid
Sylvester.
Sylvester Apollo Bear.
The first
what the
crime
frick?
against her son.
Who does that?
His name? This lady.
Look at that one.
Self-obsessed.
The one thing they tell you when you hold a child is to hold his head.
Neck. Yes.
The only thing they tell you, and the baby's like,
They won't be able to see it on the. They won't be able to see it on the screen because of how Google does this. But
sorry.
Boo, Google. Boo.
It's creepy. It's very creepy.
Can you click it?
It won't go to the website.
And that's another thing that we were talking about with surrogacy is that they're just choosing that to preserve how they look and have as much time as possible to keep working. Yeah.
There you can see the picture, guys. That's literally what?
Like what
there goes
is
his little
that?
head. He's like,
and that you would post that and think like this is good. Like this is a good picture of me and my child.
Accessory I got.
Baby by Prada.
Yeah, Baby by Prada. Yeah.
I can't even with this. I can't even with this.
Yeah.
All right, let's go and do Podluck then, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. Oh no, we had super chat there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I actually read that one.
Oh, did we read that one? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Just we don't know if Charlie actually cares. Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.